So today we're going to be reading a book called Cat and Dog. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay, but before we read this, we are going to, or I'm going to explain what kind of questions that I'm going to ask you. So there are 4 types of questions that I'm going to ask you. And the first type is called a right there question. And so a right there question is a type of question that you can find right in the text. It's right there. So let's say, for example, I was reading the book Peter Pan, and I was going to ask you a question. What is Peter Pan's fairy friend's name? So I would have to look through the book and see and flip through the pages, and I say, oh, it's Tinkerbell. So that is a right there question. And the next type of question is called a think and search question. And so this means that the answer could be in multiple parts of the book. So you have to search through the book and find evidence for, you have, okay, let me restart that. So a think and share question means that the answer could be in multiple parts of the book. So this means that you have to search through the book and find evidence to support your answer. So let's say I am going to read the book again in this Peter Pan book, and I'm going to ask the question, do you think Peter Pan and Captain Hook are friends? So you'd have to flip through the book and find evidence to see if Peter Pan and Captain Hook are friends or not. So if you look, they're like, oh, Captain Hook is trying to find and capture Peter Pan, so I don't think he's a good friend to him. So you would have to find multiple parts of that. And then the next question is called an author and you question, and that means that you take information from the book and relate it or tie it back to your own thinking. So an example of that would be, if I was reading Peter Pan again, a question would be, what's another title for Peter Pan that you can come up with? So you still have to read the book, but you can use your own ideas to answer the question. And then the last type of question is called an on my own question. And this means that you don't even have to read the book to find the answer to this question. So it's all based on your experiences. So if you're reading Peter Pan and I ask the question, have you ever been on an adventure before? You could answer that without reading the book. So does that make sense? Questions? Okay. So now we're going to read the book Cat and Dog. Cat slept in the day and Dog slept at night, but every evening the sun went down, they met for a scrap. One such evening, Dog and Cat's scrap turned into a big argument. Is it true that you cats can see in the dark? Asked Dog. Of course, I'm over here, you silly dog, hissed Cat. Well, I don't believe you, barked Dog. Ouch! Why don't you sleep through the night like everyone else? Howled Dog. We are busy at night, said Cat. Silly Cat, your life's all upside down, said Dog. Oh, no it isn't. Oh, yes it is. Cat and Dog turned their backs on each other. It was the biggest argument they ever had. Evenings went by and both Dog and Cat stood their ground. Dog only came out during the day and Cat only came out during the night. Deep down, Cat missed scrapping with Dog and Dog missed fighting with Cat, but they were both too stubborn to say anything. Finally, one day, Dog gave in and whispered, I'm sorry. I said your life was all upside down, Cat. I miss you. But Cat was fast asleep and didn't hear a thing. One night, Cat gave into and whispered, I'm sorry I dropped an apple on your head, Dog. I miss you. But Dog was fast asleep and didn't hear a thing. I have an idea how I can help Dog stay awake all night, thought Cat happily. I have an idea how I can help Cat stay up all night, or all day, thought Dog, wagging his tail. Bang, crash, bang. Ouch! I thought cats were meant to land on their feet, not when there's a silly dog underneath. What were you doing up there anyway? Asked Dog. Stringing up lights so you can see in the dark and we can scrap all night, answered Cat. What were you making that awful racket for? Asked Cat. to help you stay awake so we can fight all day, said Dog. You're barking mad. Well, you're hardly perfect. Let's be the best of enemies and scrap forever. So every evening from then on, the two friends scrapped happily ever after. Okay, so now that we finished that, I'm going to ask you some questions. And so I want you to find out what kind of question I'm asking you, if it's a right there question, an answer authoring you question, a think and search question, or an on my own question. And then I want you guys to answer it. So I'm going to model that first. So the first question I'm going to ask is, what did cat drop on dog? So in my head, I'm thinking, well, this question is like asking me to think about the characters in the book and what happened in the book. So I think this is a right there question. So what did cat drop on the dog's head? Do you guys remember?
Was it an apple?
Yes, good job. Okay, the next question is, do you think cat and dog like each other? So what kind of question am I asking you, and what's the answer?
Can you tell us what all the question types are again?
Yeah, so right there questions means that you can find it right there in the book. Think and search question means that you have to find evidence from the book in multiple parts to answer the question. An author in you means that you take information from the book and relate it or tie it back to your own experience or ideas. And then on my own means that you don't even have to read the book to answer the question.
Okay.
So I think that one was author and you. I think that's the kind of question it was.
Okay, why do you think that?
Can you repeat the question for me one more time?
Yeah, do you think cat and dog like each other?
Okay, so I think it's author and you because you're taking information you read and making your own connection to it. And so I think dog and cat like each other, but I think they just live different lives.
Yeah. I think that's a really good point. I thought maybe it was a think and search question, just because we have to kind of go through the book to find out who their relationship.
Yeah, so it's actually, Jackie, you're right. It's actually a think and search because you have to find evidence. It's like you have to find parts in the book where you think that either they like each other or they don't like each other. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
but
it's kind of both.
It is kind of both. So I should have probably picked a better question.
No. No, that's good though. That's awesome. Yeah. Well, we just covered 2.
Do they like each other? Yes or no?
They loved each other deep down.
They liked each other, but they bickered a lot.
Yeah. Okay, another question I have is, if you could, what else would you name this book? What other title could you come up with? And what kind of question do you think I'm asking you?
I think that would be, the last one, was it called On Your Own or something like that? I can't remember what it was called. The last question.
The last one is On My Own, and then the other one I haven't said yet is, so it could be Author in You or it could be On My Own.
Okay, I think it was On My Own because you don't really have to read the book to retitle it. Or am I way off? Am I wrong? Yes, I'm wrong. I don't know.
It's all good.
So is it Author in Me?
Yes.
Okay. Is that because we're making the new title and we had to read the book? So a good name for it would be The Bickering Cat and the Bickering Dog.
I like it. Okay, and so the last question is, have you ever been in a fight or argument with someone?
Hey, that one is On My Own. I got one right. You don't have to read the book for that one. Okay, that makes more sense now. That makes more sense.
Yeah. Have you guys ever been in a fight or argument with someone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. They're not fun.
Nope.
All right. Well, that's it. Thanks.
Right.
Bye.
Yes.
Thank you.